When someone visits our website, they're going to get some very basic information on patch locations. And we use these points in our clinical studies as a matter of convention, meaning that we just found over the years that these 2 points work very well. And when we're applying, let's say, an X39 patch to the back of the neck, if now we change it to an Eon patch, we'll be able to say, okay, the patches are different, the location's the same, but the results are different. So that means the patch has a unique mechanism. And so we're ruling out the stimulation of that point as contributing to the effect that we're seeing in the study. We want to know that a specific patch has a specific biochemical effect on the body. But as we previously talked about, when we're taking any one individual patch like X39, Eon, glutathione, we have a few simple options. First is these are the go-to points. But other than that, we found in our blood studies that the placement of the patch was not critically important. So you apply it behind the neck, you'll get benefits throughout the entire body, just as you would applying it below the belly button. So that would be one thing.
Okay, that's great. So if I'm brand new and I may not understand exactly where to place it, if it's an inch off or a couple of inches off, it will still affect that area of the body positively. That's
Absolutely.
Good to know. And I
Yeah.
can wear as many as I want, I take it.
Okay. So this is a different subject. So let's dive into that a little bit. So we have found, first, I think it would be important to clarify that when we're doing studies on patches, generally speaking, only one patch is applied to the body at any one time. So if someone is using X39 for sports performance, they say, well, one patch is good, 3 patches might be better. We found that the benefits that people get in our studies is from only wearing one patch. Now, this is to say we may find out in the future that in very isolated circumstances, when someone, it would be maybe like a high performance athlete, maybe they would benefit from more than one patch, or maybe there's a protocol we haven't discovered yet to really take advantage of this. But for right now, most of the time, just using one patch is enough. So one X39 patch, you don't have to use, 2, 3, 4. Now that's a little bit different than perhaps combining patches for separate benefits. So we know that nutrients like glutathione, carnosine have phenomenal benefits, not only for overall health, but also, let's say, for the health of the skin. And that's very important to people. So someone might say, well, I want to use X39 because I love this product, but I also want to support my glutathione levels for the health of my skin. I want to use carnosine because it's good for the health of the brain, for cognition. It's good for sports performance, supports building of new muscle mass, so it can support strength and stamina. Someone might say, okay, I'm going to put X39 behind the neck. I'll put glutathione below the belly button, and maybe I'll put carnosine on my right hand, what have you. That would be totally fine. But you don't have to, on those patches, you don't have to use 3, 4, 5 of them or anything like that.
Got it. Okay, so I can use other patches stacked with my X39, for example, but I don't need to use multiples of X39.
That's right. Now, there would be an exception to that. There is an exception to this, and the best example that I could use is with Icewave. And this is something that we found through our practical experience over the years. One set of Icewave is fine. However, let's say now you take someone that has something that's been around for a few years, maybe it was from some type of accident. What we found is that if you apply one set of Ice Wave on the bottom of the feet, and you apply a second set of Ice Wave to the upper torso. That could be on the wrists, it could be around the neck and shoulder area, but one set on the lower body, one set on the upper body. That this had a very, very powerful effect. Applying 2 sets of Ice Wave patches can work extraordinarily well.
That makes sense. I hurt my hand this week. And so, like, to your point, I have localized pain and I'm wearing Ice Wave. In 30 seconds, I feel better. But I have
Awesome.
used it on the larger parts of my body before, and I'm a fan of Ice Wave. So to that point,